Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Connor. It is so great to see you here. As you can see, it's a little bit of a different setup that we have. This video has been a little too long in the making. I'm here with my friend David today. He's going to be helping me out with the shoot. I think it's the third time that we're actually trying to shoot this video. As you may already know, last week I put up a story that I wanted to get a little more into the whole photography, the food photography style. I have been on this vibe for a while now. And so today we are going to be not only cooking, but also taking photos of the food that we're going to be making. What we're making today, you ask? We're going to be making quiche. We're going to keep it really simple. It's not going to take a lot of time. We found a little window of time this morning, so we have the opportunity to be able to film the video right now. So that is exactly what we're going to do. So let's get straight into it. So to start off this bad boy, we are going to need 250 grams of plain flour, and then we're going to have to use an equal ratio of flour to butter, so that's going to be another 250 grams of butter. Now alongside that, I'm also going to be adding a little bit of water, but we'll see how it goes and we'll see how the texture turns out first. Add our flour to the bowl, and then we're going to start taking off pieces of this butter. Generally what I like to do is wait for the butter to warm up until room temperature and then start taking it off and putting it into the flour. At this point I'm going to start adding a little bit of water. We're only going to need a few teaspoons because as you can see it's still a little bit dry, but we don't want to add too much water, otherwise it's going to mess up the entire thing. So now that we have the consistency that we need, we're just going to start kneading the dough. And after that it's going to go into the fridge for about 20 minutes. And then we're going to start working on the next step. So now that we have the pastry prepped, it's going to go into the fridge for about 20 minutes. And now we're going to move on to the next step, which is going to be sauteing the onions, the garlic, parsley, basil, and all that good stuff. And we're going to start baking. So right now I am going to be cutting up this lovely little organic onion. I love these because they're small, but they're jam-packed full of flavor, and it's going to work really well in the quiche. Take off the top and the bottom, and then just score it along the edge here, and along that score I'm peeling the onion, taking off all those unnecessary yucky bits. Dice the onion finely, so chop. Garlic, onion, done. So next up we're going to heat up the pan, add the garlic and the onions, let it saute for a few minutes. Then we're going to add some spinach, and after that a little bit of parsley. Work with the eggs, put it all together, and then stick it in the oven. We're going to crack 4 eggs into the bowl. We're going to add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, whisk it together, and then we're going to take the pastry out the fridge. So next up, now that I have taken the pastry out of the fridge, it's much more nice, much more firm. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll this out, we're going to put it in the tray, and then put it in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. The reason for this is to ensure that we get a nice, crunchy, crusty base for our quiche. Now that we are rolling out the pastry, heat the oven to about 180 degrees. Now, granted, I have to tell you that our oven is kind of broken, so it never stops heating up. So that's something that we have to deal with. So I am going to start preheating it now and then stick in this pastry for about 10 minutes. Now usually it could be up to about 15 minutes if it stays at 180 degrees. I'm just gonna have to keep checking until it's almost ready. So we have the short crust pastry in the tin. Right now I'm gonna throw that in the oven, mix the eggs in with all that other lovely stuff that we have in the pan, and then we're gonna put it all together and then put it back in, and I'll check in with a bit. I did give the pan a few minutes to cool down so I could put the eggs into the pan rather than the other way around, just so I can get all those lovely juices infused before I put it in the tray. So that is just gonna take about another 10 to 15 minutes to cook. Then we can take it out, and as much as we want to eat it, we have to take some photos of it first. So let's wait. Yeah. So we're just gonna wait for that, wait for it to come out, and I'll catch you in a minute. Okay, so now we have just taken it out of the oven. It looks so good. I'm so hungry. I want to eat it. David, I'm going to try and hold him back. But what we're going to do now is we're going to take a few photos of it, and then finally we can have our breakfast. It looks so good. Okay guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. It is so awesome to have you here as always. Now that we have all the shots taken, we are finally gonna be able to eat this bad boy. So I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.